Start that music then. I'm worried that I have some, here, let me just turn my camera on for you guys. I'm worried that that noise is going to be really loud for you guys. Hi. Was that noise really, really loud for you guys? Like blow out your eardrums loud?
And there's also a kid that's going to help Mama.
Oh, that's a kid, yes.
A kid's hand.
It was perfect? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to turn that up a little bit. I'm going to turn, how is my volume? Loud? Not loud enough? Okay. Yes, no?
Maybe so.
We're going to turn back on our Billy Joel music. Maybe turn that down just a little bit. I don't know if you can hear Billy Joel now. Also wonderfully balanced. The problem, okay, get on your stool. The problem is in the headphones, for me, these earbuds, they're not working great. So I don't know what you guys hear. You're actually out to dinner with your family? Hi, Salika.
Who's the
You hear all the things. Okay, so you hear Billy Joel, you hear me, and it sounds good. I'm gonna do a test on my follow, and I want you guys to tell me how it sounds. You don't hear Billy Joel? I'm gonna turn this up. It's so loud in my ears. Do you hear Billy Joel now? Yes? Now I see the desktop audio coming on. Okay, now you hear Billy. Okay. Okay. And I do know that that's working. Do you still hear it, or is it too faint? Is it too low? You hear it?
Now my mommy's dancing to it.
Is it too loud, or is it okay? It meant to be a little more like background. It's good, you think? Okay. I'm going to do a test alert for a follow, and you guys let me know what you think on the volume. Get a grip! Was that too loud? Okay. Chips and queso. Yes. Very appropriate.
Can they hear me?
It's not a very long sound. Maybe I'll do a subscription. You guys tell me what you think.
Listen, 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 listen. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Get out!
I love Gordon Ramsay.
This is a test.
How was that? The volume okay on that? I want to look crazy with the Gordon Ramsay emotes. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Let's cook something, you guys. Unfortunately, the camera that's on me is probably the least flattering because it's the camera that is built into the computer. But it's what we got. This one that's on the Instant Pot is going to be the one that we'll talk about here in just a minute. While I'm talking to you guys about the Instant Pot and why it's so awesome, I'm going to get our kitchen helper working on our ingredients. So, did you wash your hands? I'm gonna go wash our hands. I thought how all the issues. I am going to teach you about the Instant Pot magic. That's what I love so much about the Instant Pot is that it's It's incredible. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the ingredients that we have for our stream today. Maybe back these up just a little bit. Really not a whole lot going into our macaroni and cheese today.
Guess
What, babe?
I didn't even need to use my stools. I didn't stand on my tippy toes. I did it all by
And you
myself.
scrubbed really well because you were gone for maybe 5 seconds. Can you wash your hands really well? You're my kitchen helper. You got to scrub those hands. The Instant Pot is a fabulous kitchen device. I at one time had 2. I know that sounds excessive, but for me the Instant Pot is one of those things that I probably use 2 to 3 times a week. Hi, Kalishna. Hope I said that right. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm having to squint at names on chat. The Instant Pot is a cooking, and it stays on my counter often. I mean, it just stays on my counter. You can make rice, you can make stew, you can make soup, you can make anything that you could otherwise make on the stove in about the same amount of time. So I'll say this about the Instant Pot. It's not really that you're saving yourself any real time. You're saving yourself having to watch over it. You're saving yourself dishes because you're really making everything all in one pot. So these are our ingredients for today. We're using evaporated milk. You could use regular milk if you want to. Hi, Casey.
You can also use this.
So you can use fresh milk if you want to. I had a coupon for this evaporated milk. I think this gives it a little bit of a richer flavor. I also got this. This was also on sale. You could use elbows if you want. These cavatappies are a little bit more fancy than regular elbow macaronis.
Water.
You want salt, obviously. This is my secret weapon for macaroni and cheese, is ground mustard. I use 3 different kinds of cheese. I use a sharp cheddar. I use, this is my favorite cheese ever that I will buy until the end of time. No matter where I go, this is some of the best cheese that I love. I could just snack on this cheese all the time. It's a Kerrygold. It's an Irish cheddar. We're going to use this one as well. And then this is a generic cream cheese.
Which I was talking about.
And then, of course, butter. So while I'm talking to you guys about the Instant Pot, I'm going to get our helper started. Do you think you could grate me some cheese?
Or if I keep my hands away.
I think you can grate me some cheese.
Sharp.
So we'll talk about cheese grating safety as well, okay? Here. Wait, stop. Let's use our calm bodies for this, right? We're going to use this bowl. We're going to use, I am going to give you
A towel.
this towel. You're going to hold this.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to scoot over here? Maybe that might be a little too much for your little hand. So maybe you can just use, here, you want to scoot over here?
Yeah. I want to scoot over so that they can see my face and my beautiful blue eyes.
In your beautiful blue eyes, yes. You making you hungry? Hi, Michelle. My Instant Pot is a 6-quart Instant Pot. They make an 8-quart, which I think is a little excessive, but it's great if you do really big roasts. So we're going to go like this. Maybe you can like this. We'll tilt our camera up a little.
I grate.
Do you feel how much pressure I'm putting down on that cheese? It's a pretty hard cheese. This cheddar is kind of a combination between almost a Parmesan and a cheddar cheese. Let's put this, our bowl, kitchen trick, put your put your bowl down on a wet towel and it won't scoot around. So my Instant Pot's a 6-quart. They make a 3-quart. Well, they pretty much make all sizes of Instant Pots. I have a.
I
Maybe
can see
that
this
doesn't
is
work.
really hard. It's really hard.
Did I spell it right? There we go.
It's really hard for me.
Okay. Well, I can grate the cheese.
How about you hold it and I grate it?
Hold what? What would you like for me to hold? You want me to hold the cheese grater? Okay.
So that it doesn't scoot around.
Oh, you need it to not scoot around. Okay, I'm gonna grate the cheese because I'm worried about the sharpness. Trying to think about what you could do. Why don't you move over here and start measuring out the ingredients that we need to put in the Instant Pot? Can you move your stool over here towards the trash can? So while we're talking about the Instant Pot, I'll give you guys a quick, the Instant Pots, all look a little different. This one is about 4 years old. A lot of the newer Instant Pots now have, you can't take off this grate. And a lot of these items you can't take off of your pot. I also have purchased additional rings for your pot, but these sealing rings will sometimes pick up flavors from things that you cook. A lot of people also cook desserts in their Instant Pot. You can cook cheesecake in your Instant Pot. You love the 3-camera setup? It's pretty cool. So I have several of these rings because if you cook curry and then you try and cook something else, everything smells like curry. So I have one ring that's dedicated specifically to very spicy and very fragrant dishes. And this one is the one that I use for just normal type stuff like mac and cheese.
Yeah.
So this is the float valve that goes up and down when it comes to pressure. You can take this off. You can see this, it sort of keeps it in place. These are things that you can take off to clean it. This is your sealing valve. So when you hear people talk about venting or quick release on recipes for Instant Pot, you always want to have your Instant Pot set to being completely sealed. To vent it, you would want to turn it to venting. And you can sort of see there's little markings on here that tell you that, but that's obviously different on every Instant Pot. It says sealing and venting. You obviously want to steer clear of venting when it's actually venting if it's been at full pressure. These little handles here and these little cutouts can be used together to hold your lid. Not a lot of people know that either, which is really nice. Most Instant Pots have these little cups on the ends that you can clip into the side to catch moisture, which is really nice. Some Instant Pots have this little clip here on the side where you can stash spoons that come with the Instant Pot. There's often a rice spoon and a measuring cup. You can put that in the side over here as well. Inside the um, I don't know what you want to call this, the liner.
Yeah, the liner.
There is
Where are we going?
measuring, so it tells you how many cups as well. Stop filling with the clip before I report you. Hi, Wumgor.
Fancy.
Which is really nice as well. On the front of the Instant Pot is
A little bit of water in there.
yep. I just washed it. On the front of the Instant Pot is your oh, I don't have the sounds connected to this computer, so you guys can't hear them. There's a dingy. So all of these different buttons will do different things as well. So there's different settings on the Instant Pot: saute, manual, timer. For the most part, even the buttons for poultry and meat and soup and everything, I really only use the manual button. So yeah, Avery Jane, while I'm shredding the cheese.
I'm back.
Yes, she's back.
I was just
Yes.
down there.
We need the pasta.
Okay.
Put in there.
Just gonna make sure.
Did you get it all in there?
Yep.
Okay. We need our water.
All in there, as you guys can see.
Oops.
Oh.
I just spilled some water.
On my leg.
So put 4 cups of water. So that's a pound of. The beautiful thing about this is that you can use elbow macaroni, but you don't have to. You can use whatever pasta makes you happy.
So you're gonna pour it in, and it's gonna cover most of your pasta.
Mhm.
And
We am making mac and cheese, Rumgor. I'll get you a spoon, okay?
thank you. My mom's gonna get me. Spoon.
Ooh. Now we're gonna add about a teaspoon. Here's the
And you guys can see that it's really hard to make mac and cheese.
yeah.
Because of all that macaroons in there.
All those macaroons in there.
Oh, look at all that macaroon. There's so many macaroons. Oh.
And we're gonna put in about a teaspoon of salt.
Alright, I'm gonna put in the salt.
Okay, that's enough stirring.
Okay. Very stirred.
Very stirred.
Very stirred.
We're going to put in a half a teaspoon
Half a teaspoon. And
of
I'm gonna keep on making
ground mustard. And I said that was enough mixing, right? We're using our listening ears.
Yep.
You want to put in the half a teaspoon of ground mustard? Okay.
Oh. Should I mix it in?
Yes, you can mix just a little bit more.
Okay. Looks like it's all absorbed.
Absorbed?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay. Move your face, please. All right.
Move my face.
So now we're going to seal the Instant Pot.
Yep.
Oh, we need butter. Don't want to forget the butter.
Don't forget the butter. Open up the butter.
Instant Pot also makes really good noises.
And I'm gonna
Beepity beepity noises.
I'm gonna mix in the butter, right?
Nope.
Until it is.
So we're gonna put in about 4 tablespoons of butter.
Stop sliding, Mr. Mr. Spoon. Slippery, slidey butter.
And you can just plop them in there. No need to be obnoxious and measure or...
I want to taste the butter.
No, ma'am. I mean, you can have some butter when we're done. So this is sealing. This is venting. So we have it on sealing. On your package instructions for your pasta, you will have instructions to tell you how long to cook it for. You want to cook in the Instant Pot for half as long as it tells you to cook. Half as long as it tells you to cook the pasta for. So in this particular case, for this cavatappi, that says it wants us to cook it for 10 to 12 minutes. So I always go for the 10, and we're going to cut that in half. So on my Instant Pot, I'm going to click the manual button, and I'm going to adjust that down to 5. When I click my manual button, it automatically uses high pressure. And that's that. So we'll make sure that's on sealing. And that's all she wrote. Here, I'll give you some butter.
Thank you.
There you go. Make the child happy.
Make your child happy.
Want to put that in the trash for me? We will continue shredding our cheese. So this recipe calls for about 5 cups of cheese. And I know that sounds a little excessive, but it's not, because we're making mac and cheese, and that's delicious. As I said before, we're using a combination of cheeses. This Irish cheese is... You're not going to smack me with that spoon, are you?
No.
No?
I'm mixing them.
You're mixing it around. Do you want this cheese? Yeah.
Cheese.
So that was about 4 ounces of that Irish cheddar. This is maybe about 5 ounces. And we're going to use all 8 ounces of this sharp cheddar.
May I have some of that cheddar?
Yep, I'll give you the little nubbin that's done so I don't cut my fingers. So it'll probably take about 8 minutes or so for that Instant Pot to come up to pressure. And then it'll cook for about 5 minutes, and then we'll use quick release to release all the pressure on the Instant Pot.
See that cheese? Look at that cheese.
You don't want that one? Oh, yeah, you tease me with the cheese, huh?
I was just trying to show them my cheese.
Oh, you were showing chat your cheese. I see. Mike, hi. Can you throw this away for me? How's it going?
Yeah.
Right? What do you think, Barberdactyl?
I want more cheese. I love cheese.
You love cheese? Don't we all? That is our...
0.
Did you get all of your moons, Barberdactyl?
0.
All of them? Like 100%. That's amazing. Congratulations. That has to feel pretty good.
I want more of that white.
You want more of that white cheese? Yeah, this is my favorite cheese, guys. If you have the means, I highly recommend it.
Me love cheese. Love cheese. Oh yeah.
I get this cheese at Costco. and I won't say no to cheese. Um, this is almost a 2 pound block. And I got this probably, I mean, the best thing about this cheese is I got this cheese probably 2, 3 months ago, and it's good until December. Did you get cheese down your shirt? Oh no. Hi, Smexy Disco, how are ya? So, you guys have to appreciate what?
I'm patting.
Oh, you're patting me. Thank you.
Mommy's doing such a great job.
The cooking stream was like putting together. I didn't make bacon for this one, Michelle. Normally I would put bacon on my mac and cheese because bacon goes on everything. No, thank you.
Okay.
Bacon goes on everything. I'm doing very well. We're having fun.
I need some water.
You need some water? Good idea.
I'm gonna get my water bottle.
I also really had fun with my my alerts. So I'm kind of excited to see if we can get some new follows, because that would make me happy. You get some water?
By the way, guys, this has flavored water in it. I love cheese.
You love cheese. I know it.
I'm just saying that I don't like cheese so that I can get cheese.
Yes, I know you love cheese, baby. I changed all of my alerts for the cooking stream. I changed the background. Do you guys want to see the beauty of the BRB screens and everything? So this was the start. I'm kind of proud of the work that I put in. So this was the starting screen. This is the BRB screen.
BRB.
BRB.
And that's food dropping into a bowl.
It is. and then we did the ending stream. I mean, you guys would eventually see this at the end, but you know, I'm kind of proud of it.
Mommy, I would like some more of that white cheese.
Spoilers! You want some more of the white cheese?
Yes.
Can you wait till we have the mac and cheese to eat all the cheese?
Fine.
Okay, I'll give you one more slice, okay?
Okay. I was eating crumbs off of the table.
You're eating cheese crumbs off the counter?
Oh, cheese on my
Thanks, Mexi.
cheese on my nose.
Oh. Thank you for the host. Yeah, I Gordon Ramsay'd it up.
Fuckface.
Thanks, Michelle. Oh. I couldn't resist myself. I absolutely love Gordon Ramsay. I think he is a very interesting personality, and he's a very fun person. How are you doing? Your belly's getting full of cheese, huh? Maybe a little bit. So what else can we talk about while we are waiting for our Instant Pot to cook our pasta? How was your guys' day? How was your week?
Weekend.
I know, it's the weekend. It's Friday, you guys. Yay. Yay for Friday.
Weekend.
Can you guys still hear Kung Fu fighting? Or is it too soft? I can hear it in my ears, but I'm not sure if you guys can hear it.
And the video is coming up.
Yes.
No, my daddy is doing my
Okay.
pick up the boys. Boys.
Using a completely different computer than I normally do for my streaming. Using completely different, um, using an additional camera and my streaming camera. Um, and obviously I'm using these. You love this cardigan? I love this cardigan too. Thank you, Casey. Um, uh, and these earbuds are Bluetooth. Um, and I the the mixer settings in Streamlabs is just really not doing what I would normally expect it to. This isn't something we want to play with though. We have to be super careful. Thank you, Smexy Disco. I appreciate it. I've been putting off doing the cooking stream for a really long time because I feel like I was super intimidated by this, how I could make it work. Like, how do I do the whole multiple camera setup? How do I make, and there's still a little bit of tweaking that I want to do. Like, I don't like the different sizes of borders around the cameras. I need to fix that. I actually want to make it rounded like the alerts. There she is.
Because I was right here.
You were right there.
And you could barely see me,
By the way. What do you have to say? How was your week?
Great.
It was great? So there's little things that I want to tweak and fix. I definitely want to pick, I really needed to pick some music that isn't copyrighted. So people can, and we'll play some jazz. So people can go back and watch the VODs.
I want to eat cheese.
Trouble staying connected while we're out on dinner. It's okay. No worries, Linnea. Okay, so if you guys can see this right here, you maybe can hear it maybe a little bit. That's hot. But the Instant Pot's now coming to pressure. The pressure valve is starting to come up. So I'm not sure how long that took, but now the pressure valve just came up. So it'll probably take another, I'd say like 2 minutes for it to come to high pressure. And then the timer will start counting down. So like I said, the Instant Pot doesn't necessarily save you time. But if we were to do this on the stovetop, it would probably take about 10 minutes for us to boil the water. Then it would take us 10 to 12 minutes to cook the pasta. While we were doing all of that, we would have to make our bechamel sauce. So we would be melting our butter and adding the milk and melting the cheese. So we could be doing all of that at the same time. So that's, not necessarily a time saver. But we would have our pot of water for the pasta, and then we would be dirtying a pot to make the cheese sauce too. You need more cheese? Here. Hey. Your engine is like a 55. I needed it maybe like a 4. Can you do that?
5.
Yeah. It saves you pots and pans. It saves you having to mother it, like to have to watch it, like to make sure that you have to stir the pasta. I'm feeling really crowded by you in my space. Thank you. So that in and of itself that for me is the big thing about the Instant Pot. It is a resource in that you don't have to, like, I could, now that the pasta is cooking, I mean, even before, like, I could have dumped everything into the Instant Pot, turned it to ceiling, set it, and I could have wandered away to go do something else and not worry about it. Like, I don't have to watch the boiling pasta. I could have just forgotten about it. Like, I don't have to worry about it. That's the part that I love about the Instant Pot. What?
That's not allowed.
What's not allowed?
Just putting everything into the pot at one time.
That's what I do with spaghetti. Right? I brown the ground beef, and then I put the spaghetti noodles in, I put the pasta sauce in, I put the water in, I close it up, and I walk away. I put everything in the pot, I put the timer on it, and it's done. That's the beauty of the Instant Pot.
We want to watch me eating.
Yes, soon everyone will watch you eat.
This
That stuff.
macaroon.
So it just clicked over to 5 minutes. So it took just about 2 minutes. 5 minutes now is when and we'll release the pressure.
Me and Mommy are holding hands because we love each other.
Smexy, it is a lifesaver. Between pasta and rice, I use it probably 2 to 3 times a week. I don't personally eat a lot of pasta and rice, but my kids do. And it's one of those where it's a crowd pleaser, and it's great for leftovers. I have 2 kids, an 11 and 5-year-old, and between a good, you put a protein in there, and you put a flavoring in there, and once you have the basics of your moisture ratio, you can mix it up. Like, you can do just about anything in the Instant Pot. You've got so many things available to you. Like, what's your favorite meal that I do out of here? Do you like chicken bacon ranch rice?
That one is my.
Is that your favorite? So I do 2 cups of rice.
Ranch.
I will cook the bacon in the bottom of the pot where I just basically dice it up. I'll take out most of the fat and the bacon. I'll leave a little bit of the bacon fat in the bottom. I put the rice in, coat the rice a little bit. Then I put 2.5 cups of chicken stock. I'll put the chicken in, just dice it. Then I cook the chicken and the rice together. When it's done, I put the bacon back in and a packet of ranch dressing, a little bit of milk, some sour cream, and it tastes pretty awesome. So you can mix it up. Like, we do that, but with like other seasonings, like taco seasoning or Italian dressing. There's any number of things you can do, whether you're using rice or a curry. It's so simple to, once you figure out those moisture ratios for your starch and your protein, you could use veggie crumbles at the end. Like, I wouldn't recommend cooking with any sort of meat substitute. But if you're cooking your rice or your pasta and then adding that in afterwards, because we'll add veggies afterwards, like peas or broccoli, just adding that afterwards, super, super easy.
Really easy. And after, you're going to see me eating the macaroni.
You're going to see you eating it. There's 2 minutes left. It's quite nice.
You can easily
Eat it? Is it easy to eat? 1 minute left.
1 minute.
I definitely plan to do more cooking streams. So what we decided to do as a stream, we picked an ingredient to do a theme once a month. So this month, be careful. This month our theme is cheese. So I'm going to do cooking streams themed around cheese all month. And then we'll pick a new ingredient.
I'm holding my mommy's thumb.
You're holding my thumb. Waiting is the hardest part. Hardest part. You know what you could do? You could get me the can opener because we're gonna need to measure out our.
I know.
We're gonna need to measure out our evaporated milk.
I really identify.
There it is.
Oh.
So our Instant Pot's beeping. That's the 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna move this back, so you guys can see. This here. Woo! This is on sealing now, and I'm going to turn it down to venting. You can do this with a spoon if you're a little on the worried side about the venting. This might fog up the camera with the steam, so just be careful when you're doing this. I've been doing this for a really long time, so I don't worry too much about the steam. But I'm very loud. Yeah. So, because we added butter, it does foam a little bit.
And I could pour it in. Should I?
We just need a little bit of this. So.
And I could float it all up to the bottom.
Yeah. So, we need. That's not. No, ma'am. Please don't put your mouth on an entire block of cheese. Oh my. We need about 5 ounces of. I know ASMR stream, right? I don't have patience for cheesecake either, but I can show you guys. I can show you guys how to make cheesecake in the Instant Pot. Cheesecake.
Oh.
So we need about 5 ounces of evaporated milk. Hey, if you're going to be my helper, I really need you to use your listening ears and have a calm body because that's what we need in a kitchen.
I turn on my listening ears.
Thank you. Which is just a little bit.
And there's.
I need you to do only what I say because that's how we keep our bodies safe because this is very sharp and I don't want you to cut yourself. Okay? Thank you very much. So it's just shy of about 2/3 of a cup.
2/3 of a cup. And we're going to take out the lid.
We're leaving the lid right there.
What?
Because we don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
Okay? So now that the pressure valve is down, we can safely open this. As I was talking about before, that little cup in the back here, you can sort of see it down here, is there to, she's super hungry, there to sort of catch any extra moisture, which as you saw was quite prolific here. Now I know you can see that there's extra moisture in here with the pasta. I need you to be very careful to not put your face over here because this is very hot and I don't want you to get burned. I super duper need you to use your listening ears because I don't want you to get hurt. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because my leg got hurt.
This is good starchy pasta water. This will get incorporated in with everything. So we don't want to drain that out or anything. First thing we're going to do is add some cream cheese.
Yep.
We're going to add about, I don't think I put this in the recipe that I posted. because this is something that I like to add. Because I think it, yes, you may. This just adds a little extra creaminess. And I love cream cheese because delicious.
And it's very soft.
Yes. But so if you just poke it down and leave it for a sec, that'll help it to melt. I also think it helps emulsify all of the other cheeses together, if that makes any sense.
Go down there, cheese.
Cream cheese is so good. Pretty much put that shit on everything.
Come on.
Um,
Hey. Yeah. Come on. I'm heading.
so we're gonna get our other cheeses as well.
That are gonna melt in the pot, obviously.
We're gonna add them a little bit at a time.
Uh-huh. And also, this is homemade, not the packets.
Not the packets, no.
These are homemade.
Not that there's anything wrong with packaged macaroni and cheese, because we have that often, don't we?
Yeah. Oh.
So this is the white cheese here.
Owie.
You okay? Did you bonk your elbow?
I bonked kind of my arm on this part metal.
The white cheese here is this.
You want me to add this?
Will you add a little bit of that, about half? The white cheese here is this Irish cheddar called Dubliner, and the orange.
That's about half.
The orange cheese is just a regular sharp cheddar.
So, as you guys saw, we added it. We added the milk. A little more tasty.
So yeah. All right, you want to start putting about a few handfuls and stirring. And then I'm also going to shred up some Parmesan, because I think Parmesan adds a really nice nutty flavor. And you always know your Parmesan is Parmesan Reggiano.
It's kind of yellow
by
in
the
the
rind.
camera, as you guys can see. Yellow.
Yeah, Avery's adding the sharp cheddar right now.
And my mommy is doing the Parmesan cheese. Mommy, it's almost empty.
Okay, don't add it all. Just add a handful and then stir. Can you do that? And after the Instant Pot, releases, it goes to keep warm, and this sets it at about your normal kind of caterer's 140 degree,
and you guys can see it's
which is nice.
really yellow.
If you want to increase that temperature, there is another button called Sauté, and that will increase the temperature a little bit. There are a few buttons you can use to adjust that Sauté to high and low. So we may, as we are
stirring it,
melting that cheese, I'm going to click that Sauté button and bring that to low, just to sort of bring up that temperature to help us melt that cheese.
Yes, it's melting now.
I'll put our Parmesan cheese away.
I can see that it's melting.
So you can really make this recipe with any cheese you have on hand. I particularly like cheddar, Fontina. I'm just going to mix that from the bottom a little bit for you. See how nicely that's melting?
Yep.
You going to add that for me?
Yep. One hand.
The recipe pulls up on your iPhone, but it won't work on your Android. That's weird.
It's yellow in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a little bit of white cheese in there.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. We can add them both. Thank you, Mama.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Now we'll do the white cheese. There's a little bit of that.
That's good. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm not adding these in any particular order for any particular reason.
Yeah. How about you add it and I keep mixing?
Sure. Here, let me get from the bottom.
And Mommy gets it from the bottom for me. Because I don't know how to mix it from the bottom yet.
That's okay. Sometimes you just have to
I'm really little.
move
so
your spoon in a particular way.
There's some cheese.
You can just leave it for a sec and let that cheese melt a little bit.
Yep.
So as we're adding the cheese, we're just gonna let that temperature of the Instant Pot come up a little bit. Stirring teamwork. Just leave it for a minute, please.
Yeah, there's cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Now Mommy's mixing from the bottom and getting that yummy cheese.
Yummy cheese.
Oh, look at all that melted.
Let's not put our face right over the bowl. It's very hot and I don't want you to get hurt.
They have one.
I'm hungry too. No, ma'am. Thank you. I know. Would you like a piece of cheese to eat?
Yes.
I would be happy to share a piece for you to eat, but let's not eat the cheese that's for the pasta.
Okay.
Because we measured it out. My son, who should be home in about
Cheers.
my son, who should be home in about
5 to 6.
about 7 minutes, is very, very excited to give his opinion
Hear
on
that,
this.
guys?
Be careful, please.
My mom is
Yeah. So
What's her tummy?
Avery was using her keen senses to listen to the bubbling that is happening in the Instant Pot. I turned that saute up. We're going to add the rest of our evaporated milk.
And I'm going to stir.
And you may stir. I will hold the pot.
And it's very, very hard now.
Oh no, Casey. Yeah, it's getting really thick. Here, let me.
Mommy is strong.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of cheese stuck to that spoon, y'all.
And my foot just got hurt.
Oh no.
On the stool.
Oh shoot.
It mushed my foot.
Oh shoot.
And I'm going to get up here very carefully.
Very carefully. It's looking pretty tasty though. All right. I'm going to move that back to just keep warm rather than saute, because our cheese is pretty melted and I don't want it to burn or scorch the bottom.
Scorch the bottom.
Would you like to taste test and see if we need to add any salt?
Yes. I will taste that.
Okay.
Get some sort of spoon.
I will get a spoon.
Some in there, but I'll go with that one.
I'll use a little fork here.
Blow it for me.
A little hot? Yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
You got your chat. You want to be a taste tester? Yummy.
It's a little bit. I think it needs salt.
A little bit of salt. I agree. The other thing that I've found from time to time that will greatly improve depending on, yes, the cavatappi or cavatappi, sorry, noodles are really fun.
Their elbows.
No, these are curly cues.
Curly cues.
See? The curly cues, like your hair.
Curly. I put a ponytail in my hair.
So other things that you can add to your pasta that I think sometimes really help the flavor, onion powder, garlic powder, depending on if you like spicy food, paprika is also really good.
Get our start. A self-sweat here. Oh, stick that in there.
Paprika is not a super spicy pepper. I think it adds a really mild heat. You could also add just straight up hot sauce, but I think the vinegar doesn't add a really nice flavor. I put paprika in lots of things.
And I closed it up.
We may add a little bit more mustard powder also.
Yeah, let's add.
Since this typically clumps really easily, I also try and
Mix it with a fork.
mix it a little bit with a fork
And
before I put it in the pan.
Mommy is going to stir.
If you don't have mustard powder, you could also just use a squirt of mustard. But again, I find the... You okay? Did you bite yourself? Oh, shoot. I find the flavor of vinegar in macaroni and cheese not the greatest. So I don't. Smoked paprika can be really fun in macaroni and cheese. Frank's make a powdered seasoning? That's yummy. Oh yeah, I think that's nice. Here, do you want some help? All you're getting is sauce, which, you know, is not bad, but you'll be okay? Uh-oh. You breathe? Uh-oh. It's drippy. Right? If you can't harvest your own mustard seeds straight from the plant and grind them, store-bought is fine. What do you think?
It's macaroni with cheese.
Mac and cheese with cheese. Yes. Mouth biting is the worst. Nope. We're just taste testing. We're not eating. What do you think? I think that's pretty good. I don't add pepper because the little black flakes make both my kids go, I'm not going to eat that.
Paprika.
You want me to add paprika?
I was just telling them about paprika.
You're just telling them about paprika?
Yes. It's not like I like paprika.
Oh, you don't like paprika? You don't want me to add paprika?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't add paprika.
Because that stuff is spicy.
Not really. It's a very, very mild red pepper. Very, very mild. So I'm going to turn off the keep warm.
And
I know, Casey, right?
and
It's
my
100%.
brother,
It's 1,000% all of us when we just want that food, right?
now my brother is home. Well, and there's some. It is
I
I.
don't think you can actually cook.
Yeah. Actually, chef.
Captain Comic Addict. Thank you so much for the follow. Pepper, if you want, but